Hi, I'm Harry, and you guys are going to be playing directors for my movie Time. Oh, I forgot you. Okay. So the logline is a group of superpowered individuals must fight for their freedom when the government destroys their hidden community and kidnaps one of the people for its unique abilities. It is an action adventure sci-fi movie, and the theme that I described are dark justice and power. Okay, so in a small town of Millville, Alex and his friends and family live secret lives. Hiding their extraordinary abilities from the rest of the world, they have managed to keep their powers hidden, living peaceful lives in their town. However, this peaceful existence is destroyed when the government discovers the existence of these superpowered individuals, and the military decides to capture one of Alex's friends in order to create something more powerful of their own. So that's my protagonist. He's a 20-year-old male. He has the ability to manipulate time, and he is very clever-minded and caring. That's the antagonist, the military government. They're very powerful and they have high-tech gears. Their main goal is to wipe out every individual with supernatural abilities. And Charles Collymore is one of the side characters. He is 30 years old, 30, and he's sort of a leader slash protector of the town. He's very responsible and has telekinesis, and he's well experienced with it. Okay, so Act 1. Act 1 takes place in Millville. It's a peaceful morning. Alex and his friends are discussing the latest news in the community while Alex makes breakfast for his mom. They decide to take on a walk to check in with their neighbor, and soon they run into Charles. And Charles is like a mysterious figure that has been living in the town for several years. This act sets up the community's dynamics and introduces the characters. Okay, so in Act 2, Alex and Luke are having a nice conversation with Charles when Amelia notices something in the sky. They soon come to realize that a series of missiles are heading towards their town. The group starts running and tries to get people together by the bridge nearby. The missiles cause mass destruction, and they all make it to the bridge. However, Amelia gets left behind. This act sets up the conflict and raises the stakes for the character. And as they search for Amelia, Alex soon comes to realize that Amelia has been captured by the government. These are a few AI-generated artworks for my story. Collection. So my research focuses on the abuse of government power, specifically how Florida Governor DeSantis used his power to relocate migrants to another state. This relates to my project, which features a government that abuses its power to eliminate individuals with supernatural abilities. And the Florida governor's action are a real-life example of how those in power can misuse their authority to control and manipulate marginalized groups. That's it. Yeah.
What are your inspirations behind this? It kind of gives like Incredibles vibes.
My biggest inspiration would be X-Men and this anime called Attack on Titan that I just started recently watching. Yeah.
How does it end, and do they end up like getting Amelia?
So it's just a question whether they will like decide to go on a rescue mission to save their friend Amelia, or are they gonna keep living their secret lives? But in Act 3, they end up going on a rescue mission, and yeah, that's pretty much it. Yeah.
mentioned that the military wanted to capture Amelia to like create something more powerful.
Yeah.
Would that be in a way of like making her like a double-faced spy, or taking something from her DNA so they can like?
It would be like taking something from her DNA and transferring it to another person to make their own being. That's really powerful.
I was wanting to ask, how does the story end?
The story ends. So Alex and Charles break into the lab where Amelia is kept, and Alex and Charles gets pierced by one of the swords that the military uses on him, and that makes Alex really rageful. So in rage, he turns back time and reverses to the point where Charles is still alive and Amelia is not. Amelia is not transferred into another being.
Why did you make the story like that?
Because that's just how I chose to come up with it.
Why didn't he just like turn back time at the beginning when Amelia first got captured?
Oh, that's because he didn't know how to use his powers correctly. So at the end, when he was rageful, he just it just happened accidentally. Yeah.
Harry, could I challenge you just a little bit to come up with an answer to Zoe's question? You could really just think through it for a second.
What's your question again?
My question was, why did you end the story like that?
Like why does Alex turn back time
Yeah.
and save Amelia?
Well, I guess
I guess he just kind of gets mad when he sees Charles also dying, and on the other hand, Amelia is also already turned into another being. So I guess his powers just like he just accidentally just turns back time
okay.
to the point where Amelia is still Amelia and Charles is saved.
Does he learn anything that helps him do that, or it just happens?
I think it just happens. Yeah, it just happens. Yeah.
You considering franchising this?
Yes.
Let's give Harry a round of